Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hi, my name is Karen. I'm a lefty who loves fountain pens, plannings, journaling, hobonichi, and all of that good stuff. So if you like that vibe, hope you can subscribe. So in today's video, I decided to upload earlier than usual. Well, I wanted to make up for the missed post 2 weeks ago. So anyway, I'm also supposed to be working, but I took a break. I couldn't focus. I wasn't very productive. So I just looked up at my bundle of joy, my fountain pens, and it just sparked joy. And for some reason, and I decided to, hey, let's just do a video. So I came from the doctor this morning and I received not so good news. So that kind of bummed me out, I guess, for the rest of the morning. I just wanted to have some distraction, and I hope this video will also give you joy, whatever it is that made you click this video. So what I have with me right here is my ink diary, my ink journal. Sorry for the glare. So in today's video, we will do it's not really an ink swatching, but I guess I wanted to share with you my fountain pen collection. And I was thinking of, instead of doing a one-time, big-time, a quick pass of all the pens that I have, I wanted to take time and discuss and talk more about the pens that I currently have in my collection. Things that I have gathered, collected, bought, traded, purchased over time. And when I say time, it's maybe a little over 2 years. So it's not that long. So before we start this collection and possibly ink swatching, I just want to share with you this beautiful coffee mug that I got. This is from Starbucks. Starbucks is all over the world. Well, in most parts of the world. What I do is I buy mugs from cities that I've visited, and one of them is Munich, which is well known for Oktoberfest. And something about me is that I love beer. And please don't get me wrong, let us all drink responsibly, be responsible adults. Oktoberfest Munich holds a special place in my heart. There are a lot of beer gardens if you haven't been to Munich. And if you live in Munich, in Germany, I am so envious of you guys. It's like beer heaven. So, with what I'm going through today, I wish this cup of coffee had some Irish cream on it. We'll see. I hope this video, or me doing this video, will somehow remove some of the stress that I have going on. So sorry about that chit chat. Just a life update. I'm not sure if you're interested, but I'll just put timestamps if you want to skip to the ink swatching and the pen collection. So as you can see by the title, I will be sharing with you my fountain pen collection, specifically my Kawecos. So if you have been a subscriber of this channel, or if you've watched some of my videos, I posted a fountain pen collection video middle of last year, 2022, and I just breezed through my pens. I wish I had more time talking about each and every one of them. So maybe that's what I will be doing for this year. And I'm starting early. You'll notice that I think that time I only had maybe one Kaweco, not sure. This collection grew pretty quickly by latter part of December because there were a lot of good deals. And I don't know, but Kaweco is really such a fun and cute collection. It was so addicting. The price point is really good. It's affordable in the sense that it's cheaper than the Twisbies, but a bit more than your beginner fountain pens like your Kakunos and your Platinum Preppies. So it's in the 1,500 peso. That's the cheapest one. And of course, as you go up their models or the lines, it can go also as high as 3,000 pesos around the Twisby range. It's a fun brand. It has lots of colors, and it's also a German brand, hence the very deliberate pairing with my coffee mug for today, and because it's also blue. And yeah. Okay, so the first Kaweco that I have in my collection is this one. It's the Kaweco aluminum collection, and it's the Sakura Lucent pen collaboration. So it's an AL Sport, if you can see there. It has that very delicate engraving there. And I purchased this clip separately. So if you buy a Kaweco pen, you can just buy it for the pen, and it's really handy. It's something that you can put in your pocket carelessly, although I highly advise against that. It's still a fountain pen, and it can still leak and drip and cause a mess if you don't handle it properly. So you have this nice logo in the finial part. Okay, and the clips you can purchase separately. So I just got this for ease of attaching it to my hobonichis, but actually you don't need this. This is just a want and not a need. This one, I got this because of the rose gold. I was on a rose gold kick for some time, and this is just a very pretty pen. It has a steel nib, and it's also an extra fine. And I'm currently using the standard Kaweco converters. So most of the Kaweco pens that I got don't include the converter, so bear that in mind. So you have the base price, and then you add a bit for the converter, and then you also add a bit for the clip. So yeah, if you're into that, if you don't mind mixing and matching, or you just prefer the standard cartridges or the Kaweco cartridges and you don't need clips, then you'll just get the bare essentials. So this is the extra fine. It's not the finest of nibs. For me, the Japanese pens still have that very precise needle point extra fine nibs. But let's do a writing sample. So this is a Kaweco AL Sport with the Sakura so there's not much feedback. This is the Sakura or rose gold, and the ink is just the Kaweco blue. Kaweco inks are really good. I just have one bottled ink from Kaweco, but the standard cartridges really, I really have no complaints with regard to their blue ink. So this is the first Kaweco that I have. Coffee was getting cold. Okay, the next pen that I got is this one, the Iridescent Pearl. And this came out maybe third quarter of 2022, and everybody was in on the hype. And to be honest, when it was first released, the prices were really higher than the usual because this is plastic. This is your plastic basic Kaweco collection. And if you purchased the same model in a different color, the price would be 500 to 600 pesos cheaper. So a lot of resellers, a lot of distributors were really banking on the hype. And I don't blame them because this is a really pretty pen. I think they first gave the impression that this is limited edition, or this came in limited quantities, limited pieces. So they really hyped up this pen, and you cannot deny it. It's really a pretty pen. It has dimension to it. So whenever you write in it, it kind of distracts you. At the end of the day, it's still plastic. And the clip is black. It's a matte black. And I just wanted to buy it because of, you know, for diversity. So a black matte clip. If I'm not mistaken, this is also plastic. So very different from the silver or the chrome clip. So yeah, this one, of course, this costs separate. But for this one, I waited until the hype died down, and I was finally able to get also in the steel extra fine nib, and I love it. This is definitely lighter than the AL Sport. I'm finishing up the blue cartridge. You can see that I'm almost through with this cartridge, and I can finally ink it up with something much more fun. Something in the turquoise teal range. And I forgot to mention that these plastic, or the Kaweco collection, it's lightweight as compared to its heftier sister. Of course, it's aluminum. So I tend to use it unposted, and for me that's okay because my hands are tiny. I have Asian hands, but not that small. So the top part of the pen can still rest comfortably, and I can still write properly. You can post it, but over time this gets heavier, and I feel some fatigue whenever I write long sessions. You know, I do long journaling sessions. So for this one, the aluminum, I write with this unposted. But for this one, sometimes I post it, and it's as long as like your standard fountain pen, or any pen for that matter. And this practically weighs nothing. Okay, so this one is the Iridescent Pearl, and the ink is still Kaweco Blue. Kaweco is durable, it's reliable. Their extra fine is like a fine, like a Western fine, or yeah, a Japanese medium. Yeah, this is my second pen. Get more coffee. The third pen is this one. It's another Kaweco collection called Mellow Blue. Mellow Blue is like a milky blue color. It's very neutral looking, and it leans towards the bluish grayish shade, and I really like it for some reason. This also comes in the extra fine nib, and I got a different clip. So this is my third Kaweco clip, and it's very different from the first one. Let me show you. So I didn't know that Kaweco had different designs of their clips as well. A fancy one. This one has more details, the one in the AL. And then the black one, but it's in the matte black. And then this one is like your very no-nonsense type of clip. And I'm liking it. I'm loving it. So the Mellow Blue is part of the Kaweco collection. It was recently introduced. Maybe this is one of the newer designs or colors. Maybe late 2021 or 2022. I'm not too sure. And this one currently has the standard converter. And as mentioned, you can purchase this separately. So this one I think is in Oxford Blue, but let's do a writing sample. So this is the Kaweco Collection. This is Mellow Blue. And the ink is Diamine Oxford Blue. And compared to the two other inks, this one is a more saturated, deeper blue shade. I know that the first two are Kaweco blues, but they have, I don't know, different shadings. And that is my third Kaweco pen, Mellow Blue. The fourth pen is something similar to the Iridescent, but this one has been around longer than the Iridescent, and it's a Kaweco Sport. I honestly don't know the difference between a Kaweco Collection and a Kaweco Sport. They're practically the same, right? I don't know. Is it a Sport because it's more sturdy? I can't say for sure. I recently got this around December, and this is the Coconut. Coconut is slightly yellowish, but it doesn't have that iridescent shade or chrome as the Iridescent Pearl, and it's like your straight up translucent pen. Yeah, I just wanted to have this for myself, and as mentioned, it was reduced price. I also got free shipping, so who couldn't resist that, right? And surprise, surprise, I also got it in extra fine nib. So I don't think I can stand anything other than an extra fine in a Kaweco pen. So call me a snob, but I'm a lefty. I need to put as little ink as possible so that it can dry faster and I have less, smudging on my paper. This one is a Kaweco Sport Coconut, and the ink is a Robert Oster So this is my more leaning towards green pen. And no words for it. It's such a pretty pen. It's neutral enough that it can work with any ink, basically. And the last one is this one. It's another Kaweco Sport, and it's in the light blueberry. Although I find this a bit more tealy, maybe turquoisey. A bit of Tiffany blue, but not quite. And I have it in the extra fine, so yeah. I know I'm not getting a lot of variety in terms of my writing nibs, especially when it comes to Kaweco, but I don't care. I just know in my heart that if I buy a medium, a broad, or a stub nib, I will not reach for it as much as I would want to. So I decided to just stick to extra fine nibs, and it's currently using a converter. And I purchased this at the same time as the coconut one. So loving it. I'm loving them both. So okay, let's do a writing sample. I love marine, and this is like the perfect pen for the ink. And I know that marine is a staple or in the regular collection of Diamine, but is the first time that I've tried it, and I'm really, really, loving it to the point that I reach for pens with marine in them. I guess it was just serendipitous that I found a bottle of marine in the fountain pen marketplace, because I wouldn't have consciously or deliberately bought it on my own brand new from the store. Okay, so now my fingers are getting more inked up than usual. I don't know where I got it. I got it from here, I think. So yeah, these are the pens from Kaweco that I have. And I admit some would say it's not a curated collection. There's not much sense into why I bought these pens. And the only reason that I got them is because they look pretty. I know they will work well for my inks. And I know they will also look nicely with my Hobonichi planners, my journals. I only have one AL Sport. This one I find a bit heavy for my liking. The other four, I really enjoy the lightness. And because it's fountain pen, you don't need to put a lot of pressure. This is not like your calligraphy nibs, so it's just light enough that I don't put strain, especially when I have long journaling sessions. And I like that you can customize the pens by putting clips or you just transfer them. I don't see myself using all of them at the same time. It's just that they're all inked right now, because I make sure that when I get a new pen, I try them out immediately so that it's still within the warranty. I make sure there's no factory defect, and so far that has been going well with me and my recent purchases. So as soon as some of these inks run out, I'll probably flush them and store them, and then just put maybe 2, at most 3 within my rotation of currently inked pens. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much. It has been a chatty video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I love each and every one of you guys who has supported this channel. I'm almost at 900 subscribers, so yeah, I didn't expect that. I didn't know there are a lot of fountain pen geeks and Hobonichi geeks in the YouTube space, but I really love our small community, and I hope that we can support each other. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!